Today on What's Next.
She got the record. She got it. Yeah.
Life begins at 80 because that's when I really started doing well in swimming.
When is it too late for someone to start this stuff?
It's never too late. You can do it at any moment in time. It makes you feel just absolutely juiced and jazzed and revitalized.
Embrace your age, whatever it is, whether you're 18 or 80 or anything in between.
Hello and welcome inside a fresh episode of Growing Boulder's What's Next. This is the show that shares the stories of ordinary people who are living extraordinary lives, because it's through their example that we all realize that it's never too late for us to pursue our passions and reap the many benefits of an active lifestyle. New research about the biology of aging is now coming in fast and furious, and primarily because there are now more active older adults than ever before. We no longer think that more is possible, we now know it. Researchers aren't dealing with theory, they're simply observing fact. What has been proven is that the so-called normal trajectories of age-related physical decline are not predestined, they're not inevitable, and they're not unavoidable. We now know that physical slowing and declines in muscle mass and bone density are due, at least in part, to a lack of exercise. At Growing Boulder, we believe that a moment at 80 is just as valuable as a moment at 18, that we should all love our age no matter how old we are, that each decade of life has something new and exciting to offer. We see this firsthand when we go cover the National Senior Games, where athletes from age 50 to over 100 years old compete in more than 20 sports. And we saw it firsthand when we met 90-year-old Janet Rushmere. The National Senior Games swimming competition has attracted competitors from age 50 to 100, and a record is about to be set in the women's 90 to 94-year-old 50-yard freestyle. 90-year-old Janet Rushmere lives in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and when the games came to Pittsburgh, she couldn't resist entering to see how she stacked up against the nation's best.
Go, Janet! Go, 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 go! Yeah! Janet!
Yeah, I think. Let me see what it is. She got the record for the senior games. She got it. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. We've been working with her all year.
She is tirelessly
She's
working
terrific.
all year.
She works so hard. This is so deserving. I'm so happy for her.
It wouldn't be Janet's only gold medal or National Senior Games record. She won 6 golds and broke 3 records, which made her feel
Fabulous, totally unexpected. I can't believe it.
she might not have expected it, but she certainly earned it.
Swimming is just a passion. I've loved all kinds of sports, but swimming is at the top. And I train about 3 times a week for at least an hour and a half each time, and just pushing myself. But I love it. I just feel wonderful when I'm done.
If it's not swimming, she's walking, playing with her great-grandkids, or volunteering as a tutor at a nearby elementary school. Janet is a self-proclaimed cheerleader for a healthy lifestyle. You live in a great community, and there's been so much lately about the importance of socialization and hanging out with like-minded people. What's it like to live in Willow Valley and have the encouragement and support that you do?
It's fabulous. My husband and I have said it's the best decision we ever made to move there. And people are just so nice and friendly and welcoming, and there are lots of things to do. A great pool. It's the best pool I've ever swum in. I don't have to share a lane with anybody, and people encouraging me all the time.
What would you say to people that think it's impossible to have a great life at 90?
Oh, no. Like I said years ago, life begins at 80 because that's when I really started doing well in swimming. I'm having a great time. I hope to live a lot more, many more years.
Janet's advice for the rest of us?
I think to keep a positive attitude, be optimistic, and stay active, and have lots of friends, and just enjoy life with people.
You're not growing older, you're growing bolder?
Yes, all right, yes. Yeah, I do think I'm a little more assertive in my old age than I was. And of course, the better I do in swimming, the better I feel about myself, you know?
Janet was very excited to set a National Senior Games record. She was proud of her gold medals, but that's not really why she participates. Like most in the National Senior Games movement, it's not about climbing onto the podium. It's about the support, the encouragement, and the inspiration that you get from other athletes of all ages and abilities. You heard Janet say, life begins at 80, a statement that we've actually heard many times, and not just by athletes, but also from volunteers and writers, great-grandmothers, painters, musicians, and homebodies who love to read or work in their garden. It's really not about skill level. It's about passion and enthusiasm for life. It's not about age. It's about attitude. If you'd like to follow Janet's example, you don't have to get into the pool, but you do have to get into life. You have to pursue your passions, whatever they might be. You can watch all of our stories on ordinary people living extraordinary lives for free 24/7 at watch.growingbolder.com. Watch and be inspired, and then go out and create your own What's Next. When is it too late for someone to start this stuff?
It's never too late. You can do it at any moment in time. It makes you feel just absolutely juiced and jazzed and revitalized.
Welcome back to What's Next. At Growing Bolder, we are in the stereotype smashing business, and the truth is it's getting easier every day because more and more men and women are refusing to play by the rules of how they should behave as they age. Unfortunately, there are many who still believe that the playground is just for kids. The playwright George Bernard Shaw famously said, "We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing." And science has proven him right. Playing games is good for our physical and mental health, and there may be no one who has taken that philosophy to heart more than Stephen Jepson. You're about to meet a very unusual man.
Boom.
Is there a chance that you could be the most interesting man in the world?
No, but that's nice of you to say. That's nice of you to say, man.
To really understand Stephen Jepson, you have to go back about 65 years to the day he said,
"Hey, Mom, there's nothing to do." And my mother said, "Son, your bed needs making, the lawn needs mowing, and the trash needs carrying out."
From that moment forward, he has never needed anyone or anything to amuse himself. Now in his early 70s, he rides his elliptical bike in the street and spends his days walking slack ropes, throwing knives, and jumping barefooted from rock to rock to rock to rock. Stephen believes the key to a long and healthy life is play. He has a simple philosophy that he calls never leave the playground, and to prove it, he's turned his property into a personal playground where he invents ways to keep his body and mind agile.
My memory has become absolutely intense since beginning to do all this stuff. I don't forget things.
And he never falls. He has the balance of a teenage circus performer, something he's determined to teach others to stem the rising epidemic of life-changing falls.
2 million people are going to fall down and go to the hospital, to the emergency room. If you fall and break your hip, there's a tremendous number of the population that's going to be dead in a year, and 80% of people who over 65 fall and break their hip are never going to live independently again.
Stephen believes that playground activities are as important for older adults as they are for young children because they build neural pathways, grow brain cells, develop balance and coordination, and are key to preventing Alzheimer's, dementia, and bone-breaking falls.
That's what this does. It makes your memory better. It makes you feel just absolutely juiced and jazzed and revitalized.
Sufficiently jazzed, Stephen grabs a couple of old coffee roasting canisters.
I do this with both hands. Try to do it 100 times without dropping.
From there, it's a quick session with jacks, alternating hands, of course, followed by stick flipping.
There's the half turn left hand. There's a full turn left hand. Full turn left hand. Now I've got them all different lengths.
Stephen, when is it too late for someone to start this stuff?
It's never too late. You can do it at any moment in time.
But these are things that old people can't learn.
No, that's not so. That's not so. You can absolutely, you can learn. I have people, old people are sitting down in a chair and they go like this. They're sitting down in a chair and they go like this. And then maybe they up the distance like that. And then they stand up and do this. And how high can you go?
I get tired just trying to watch this guy. It's got to be exhausting living with him.
Well, I'm 55, he's 71, and he runs circles around me. But he's inspiring to me.
Be bold. That's what I've been saying to people for years and years. Be bold in your life choices because it's just going to make your life richer.
Stephen doesn't just play games, he actually invents them, and sometimes he does so to help him confront his fear. He loves to juggle, but he's afraid of heights, so he used guy wires to support a vertical ladder so he could juggle 20 feet off the ground. While he is a bit of a wild man who marches to his own beat, research validates just about everything that he talks about. Playtime is not wasted time. It's some of the most valuable time for everyone of every age. We might not all take it to the extreme that Stephen does, but we should all try to add a little bit more physical fun to our lives. Stephen proves you don't need a gym membership. He bounces balls, flips sticks, picks up things with his toes, and he's always trying to develop his non-dominant hands or feet. One thing we can all do is begin brushing our teeth with our opposite hand. Researchers say that simple task develops new neural pathways, increases blood flow to the brain, increases our creativity, and improves our overall brain health.
Embrace your age, whatever it is, whether you're 18 or 80 or anything in between.
Welcome back to Growing Boulder's What's Next. The most basic key to successful aging is to love your age no matter what that age might be. And Love Your Age is the title of an award-winning book written by Barbara Hanna Grufferman. Barbara is a positive aging advocate who joined Growing Boulder's Launchpad to What's Next Live to talk about the power of choice.
I want to focus on a word that is a very small, simple word, but has monumental power to actually change your life. And that word is choice. We have, all of us here, been given the gift of choice. You each have it, but we don't always use it. It's a gift, and we sometimes put it away with those other gifts that we get and we just let go. But don't throw this one away. The gift of choice will set you on the right path to successful aging, healthy aging, positive aging, which I totally believe in. You know, I wasn't always feeling this way about choice. I didn't really think about it until I hit 50. 50! I hit 50 and I had no idea what that meant. I was shocked. I could either put that proverbial blanket over my head and leave it there for the rest of my life and listen to all of the media messages that tell me, oh, youth is better, young is better, fight aging, anti-aging. We all have heard these. We all have seen these messages. And the other choice was to pick myself up by the bootstraps and give myself a nice long talk. And that's what I did. And instead, I put myself on the path, on the journey to what we all call here tonight, successful aging. Starting with moving your body. It is, to me, all paths lead to that. I believe from the bottom of my heart that if you are as fit as you can be and as healthy as you can be, that you will be prepared and ready for your what's next. So moving your body, it's so simple. You can just, if you're on the phone, just walk around, don't sit, stand more. There are a lot of ways that you can incorporate moving your body. I don't like to use the word exercise. I think it can turn people off. But move your body more every day and you will benefit. The next thing is eating, how you eat. Healthy eating, eat less. As we get older, the truth is, we don't need to be eating as much as we did when we were growing. The third is, we don't get enough sleep. We don't, none of us really do, although I am now, because I've made sleep a health priority. And it's something that we all need to think about doing. 100 years ago, we didn't know what sleep was for. They had no idea. But now we do know what happens to our brains, the memories that we create and retain. This is all critical to successful aging. And then the very last one, to me, is the foundation of successful aging, and that is to embrace your age. Embrace your age, whatever it is, whether you're 18 or 80 or anything in between. Embrace who you are and be the best that you can be. Do everything you can to live a healthy life, get as fit as you can so that you're ready for what's next.
Barbara Hannah Grufferman with her keys to successful aging. You know, there are some who say it's wrong to define successful aging because that implies that anyone who is not aging in a particular way is unsuccessful. Well, I agree that we can't define success for others, but we should define it for ourselves. As Barbara says, we should exercise our individual power to choose and then let those choices give our lives direction. Barbara didn't feel great as she turned 50, so she chose to eat less, to move more, and to sleep more. She chose to embrace her age and not resent it. So what does success look like to you, and what are some small choices that you can make beginning today to help create a better tomorrow? For starters, take Barbara's advice and don't listen to ageist marketing messages. The anti-aging industry is designed to make you fear and regret growing older. They raise their profits by lowering our self-esteem. You don't need to act younger, to look younger, or to be happy. When your attitude about aging changes, the choices that you make every day will change as well. You can watch Barbara Hannah Grufferman's entire What's Next presentation and the entire Launchpad to What's Next Live special for free at watch.growingbolder.com. All right, time now for our bold social clip of the day. A short music break, if you will, with 90-year-old Willie Nelson performing with his sons, Lucas and Micah Nelson.
People asking questions, lost in confusion. Well, I tell them there's no problem, only solutions.
Well, they shake their heads and they look at me as if I've lost my mind. I tell them there's no hurry, I am just sitting here doing time.
Welcome back to What's Next. It's time now for Your Take, where we ask our more than 1 million Facebook followers to weigh in on a question of the week. This week, we ask, what is one thing you have enjoyed most about this decade of your life? James says, reading all the classic literature I never read as a youngster. Diane and Maureen both have enjoyed the joys of traveling the world. Malcolm, Nancy, and Katie all say they have felt freedom from no longer caring what other people think of them. And the most popular response from the Growing Bolder audience was simply the joy of spending time with grandchildren and watching families grow. You know, I think no matter which decade of our life we are in, most of the answers are about experiences with others. We enjoy experiences with others more than we enjoy personal accomplishments. We enjoy experiences with others more than we enjoy things. When we're younger, we collect things. When we're older, we finally realize that things are actually a little bit of a burden. Statistics, in fact, show that the average U.S. household has about 300,000 things, everything from paper clips to ironing boards to couches. And 25% of Americans with two-car garages can't fit a single car into their garage because they have so much stuff. And that's still not enough room, which is why self-storage is now one of the fastest growing real estate sectors, with nearly 18% of all Americans now leasing storage space for their personal belongings. A good mantra for all of us is less stuff, more joy. In their own unique way, Janet Rushmere, Stephen Jepson, and Barbara Hanner Grufferman are all now collecting experiences. And those experiences are what give them joy, and joy is what gives their life meaning. So make collecting experiences and not things part of your What's Next.